Hello friends, so today in this video we're going to discuss the first two problems actually from the lead code bi-weekly contest 58. So let's start. The first problem is delete characters to make a fancy string. So what is actually a fancy string? A fancy string is a string where no three consecutive characters are same. So you are actually given a string S and you have to delete as minimum number of characters from S such that it should become fancy. Now as you can see here, there are three E's, so you can delete out one E and then there are no consecutive three characters which are same. So let's assume that you have some string like let A, B, B, B and again B, then C, C. So if you delete out one B, after that also there are three consecutive B's. So you have to delete at least two B's and then there are two consecutive B's. In such type of problems in which you have to delete some characters and the rest characters concatenate with them such that the new string after deleting out this B will be like, let's assume A, B, 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 C, C. Then you have to again delete out this character and it will become like A, B, B, C, C. In which you will delete out some characters and the rest of the string concatenate with itself. You always try to use a stack because stack has the same property. You have some string which is like maybe A, and then there is some B, there's again some B, and whenever you try to insert another B, you'll check that what are the last two B's. If the last two characters on the top of the two stack characters are also B, then don't insert this. So I'm not inserting this now because if I insert this will form three consecutive B's. So what I'll do instead, I will keep remaining these two B's. Now again there's a B here, so I will not insert them. Before inserting any character, we will check that whether the last two characters are equal to this character. If they are, we will not insert it. So we'll next go to C. C we can insert because the last two characters are not C actually. Then we'll again insert C. If there's one more C, we'll check with the top two elements. So that's what we're going to do, and the whole string which is formed after this whole insertion is actually the final string, which is the string itself. So you'll pop out this whole characters from this whole this stack, and then you will again form this new string which is like this A, B, B, C, C, and that's the answer. No consecutive characters of length 3 are there. So now as you can see, that's the whole solution. I moved on to the code part now to make it more clear. So we'll make a stack of characters and then you iterate over from left to right. Okay. If the size of the stack is less than equal to 1, which means that it is empty or it has only one character or two characters, it's fine because we don't have to check that. If it has two or more characters, what we'll do, we'll pop out the top two characters from the stack and check that. As you can see, if the last two characters we have popped from the stack are equal and they are also equal to the correct ith character I am on, then do not push them because the correct character is the same and it will form three consecutive characters. So don't push them. We just push down the character which we have popped out. Okay. Else we will push down the new character. What we are doing here is actually we have some stack. It has A. It again has A. Now we are again inserting A. Before inserting A, we have to check that what are the last two characters which are there in the stack. So before like how we can check it out, we have to first take out the first character, pop it out from the stack. Now the stack has only one character which is A. Now I have one character which is popped out, one character which is inside, and one character which I have to match. So I will match them whether these two characters are same. If they are same and it is also equal to this character, then don't push that because these two characters are already there. If we push that here also, it will form three consecutive characters which are same. So instead what I'll do, if they are same, what we'll do, we will not push it, we will just ignore it and we'll move to the next step. Now maybe the next character is B. We'll again match that whether B, this and this are equal to this character. If they are not, then we'll push back this B again. Okay, that's the logic for this problem, as you can see. And in the end, we just extract out all the characters from the stack and just print out in a reverse manner because we are extracting out from top to bottom, but the answer is actually bottom to up. Okay. The next problem is check if move is legal. So now in this problem, as you can see, you are actually given a 8x8 grid. Now what you can see here is that in this grid, you actually are given that you have to insert a particular character, a particular, maybe a particular colored box in some of the grid point. Now you are actually given that this grid consists of dots. You can see that dot means that that grid position is empty. If it is black, then it is black colored. If it is white, then it is white colored. Now the problem statement states that whether placing a new block at this X is legal or not. Now how you can check that whether placing a block is legal or not? It is legal when, what you can see here is that placing a block is legal when this X is forming a somewhat of a good line or good diagonal line. What a good line is? A line is good when you can see that it has two colors, like two end points of the same color, and all the middle blocks are of the different color. What I can see here is that this is a good line. Why? Because I can show you. First delete this out. A good line is somewhat like this. You have some grid. Okay, then in this grid what you can see here is, maybe I have one endpoint which is black and I have another endpoint which is black. Then this will form a good line because all the elements in the middle are white, which is like this. Okay, you can do the same thing also here. Let's assume that this is good, in which I'll mark this out as black, this is as black, and the middle one is white. What it means by this is you are actually forming a line in which the end points are of one color and the middle part is of one color. So it can be a horizontal line, a vertical line, or a diagonal, anything like that. So you have to just check that whether placing a point, the block at a particular point, it is legal or not. And that point what you are placing is the end point. Now the way you can approach this problem is, because it's the end point, you can just dot the grid. Okay, so maybe there are some blocks already in here. So maybe this is black already, this is black, okay, this is white. Now there are problems asking that whether placing a white here is good. So what we can easily see here is, because it's an end point, what possible options I have. If this is white, then one option can be this line, 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 this line. So there are 8 possible positions, 8 possible directions in which you can check that whether it is an endpoint. How you will check that? This is one endpoint and the rest of the blocks in this line should be black, and then there should be one endpoint which is again white. This can also vice versa happen, that this is black and this is also black and middle one are white. So what you can simply check here is, just take the current point as a starting point and move in every possible direction one by one. There are 8 directions, and if let's assume that this is white, if this is this is white, then move in this diagonal and check that this should be black. Move till the diagonal it goes out of bound, or else you find another white. If you find another white and all of them between them are black, then it is true. You can do in this all directions, and that's the logic for this problem. I can show you the code part now. So there are possible 8 directions. You can first write down all the 8 directions like this, the x direction and y directions. Then this is the both dimensions. Then you'll iterate over every possible dimension, direction. Then for every possible direction you have a starting point. The starting point is the point on which you are, which is like RC. The next point is just add in x and y, which is like RC, R move, C move, the current direction you want to go. Okay, the current direction you want to go. And then the current length is 0 because there is no element. It can also happen that you want this to be white and the next direction is also white, but this is not correct because there should be some black also in middle. So you have also case, so there's some length variable also. You will do a while loop in each direction and you will keep on moving that the next xy should be inbound. If it is true, it is inbound. And also the color of the next xy should not be the color I want. So if my color is black, then the next color should be like white. So if they are not same, and also that it should not be an empty block. It should be blacks. Then we'll move to the next block and next block and so on. The case in which I will find out an empty block or a block which we do not want, then at that point we'll check that it also should be inbound, and also the length should be greater than 0 obviously, and then the block at the other point should be having a different color. So if I start with white and all the colors in the middle are black, then the end point is also white. Sorry. Then if I find out any root satisfying all of this condition, then the answer is true, else the answer is false. Okay, so that's the logic for this problem. I hope you understand the logic and the code part for all the problems. If you have any doubts, you can mention down.